It's your boy Old Fire Dynasty. In this world, I'm nervous for my children because I don't understand the world that they're going into. Because they're not being raised the same way that I was raised. And I can see that they don't have that grit that I have because of my environment that I was around. So I'm nervous for them because I don't know how to help them with the world that they're going to be going into because I didn't live it. I don't understand it. And I'm talking about the overall world about like the people they're going to be dealing with. My children have high IQ. They have high IQ, very intelligent. And the way that we're raising them is not like, living in like the ghetto, the slums, the hood, struggling, and all that stuff. So I believe I see their future being like, doctors, lawyers, or being in the political world, or just a higher tier than what I've made it at. And I'm nervous because I don't know how to help them in that field because I don't know those type of people. I don't have examples except for like movies and things of that nature. I don't even have family members that were at that high level and making that type of money, what I'm saying, living that type of life and all the stuff that comes with it. You know what I mean? So I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I don't know what to say to them at certain times. The way that I'm trying to teach them, trying to mold them, is not even the direction that their lives are going in. So if I'm trying to give them the grit and all the street and stuff, like it's going to be helpful, like to know about the streets and things of that nature. But if you're never in the streets and you're doing this and you're doing that, how is that knowledge? How is that knowledge really good for you if you're like sitting up there in the big boy seat? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get what I'm saying, it's like a weird thing to try to talk about. But I told you, like, my mind goes deep. It's deeper than just what you see in front of you. I think about it all. I think about my life, but I think about their lives and the people that they're going to be dealing with. And I want to set them up for success in the future. I want them to be prepared to like how to counteract certain things, or how to listen for certain things, or how to look for certain things, how to understand and break down a situation or a scenario, or prepare for a situation or scenario. And if they're out there in the big corporate world working, they might be working in the stock market. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like just big. I'm thinking like they're going to be going that way. Now, it's an assumption. It's a good assumption, though. I want my children to be successful. How can I help them get to that point? I remember being in Hempstead, young. I was young. I was in high school, right? Hempstead High School, and I remember people on the heights. They were scared to go on Parkside. Literally scared. They were scared to even walk by it. And they used to ask us, like, yo, how you getting to school? And we were like, we're just gonna walk there. They're like, you sure? That's through Parkside. Like by Parkside. They could come running down the hill and get you at any time. You too far away from the heights. But I'm not from the heights though. I live on the heights, but I'm from Roosevelt. And before Roosevelt, I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like it's rough, hard. Coming up in the 80s and the 90s in Brooklyn? You kidding me? Like the crack epidemic? Come on, son. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy out there. Stealing 8-ball jackets, they rob you for your Hirachis. Like it was like you stepping over crackheads, you walking by crack needles in the hallway in the buildings. You know what I mean? Like it come on, son. So those individuals on the heights at that point in time, they were stepping into a realm that they didn't understand. They weren't prepared. They weren't prepared, man. Somebody dropped the ball for those people because they weren't prepared. Me, on the other hand, and Legend, we were prepared. We walking through Parkside like we don't give a fuck. And it wasn't like we were trying to disrespect people on Parkside. It's just life. We was prepared. We lived in like rough conditions. And we were forced to progress in those conditions. Like you open up your door and you see stuff in your hallway, my mom was like, get going. Just keep your head straight. Mind your business. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, she was tough. She was tough on us. Like, yo, just what you doing? So we was conditioned to not be afraid and just to understand. But yo, as you walking, just keep your head up. Watch. If they start coming for you, be prepared. If you gotta run, you gotta run. But running wasn't really an option because if you run, then now you're a punk, and now they know, and they're gonna use that against you. So me and Legend would walk to school. We would walk to Hempstead High School, back and forth, the same way. We never took different routes. Never, and then we would always see everybody from the Heights. They would they would go the back route. They would wait until all the Parkside dudes leave, or they would jump on the bus, or they asked for somebody to come pick them up. Like they were scared. They was nervous, man. But another thing is that you scared and you nervous because what are you doing? Why are you doing something to antagonize these people? Like what? I don't understand. If it's a territorial thing, yeah, I get that. You know what I'm saying? But then you need to learn how to talk. You need to learn how to make peace. You need to learn how to, you know what I mean? Like something, it can't just be war all the time. I mean, war all the time. People, that's it. People just gonna die. We're not gonna have nothing. If it's just war all the time, like, come on, I'd rather like, enjoy my life. So I remember one day, me and Legend, we walking home, but we don't even go the same route. We go through Parkside. So we walking through Parkside, and sure enough, it was a lot of Parkside dudes out. And I remember as we were walking, we got stopped. And the dude, there's like a couple dudes. The dude was like, yo, what up? And me and Legend like, what up? Dude was like, yo, aren't you from the Heights? We was like, yeah. So then they come over. They was like, yo, what's good? What y'all doing over here? We walking through. This is coming from school. And he's like, oh, wait, y'all those dudes from Roosevelt, right? So right then and there, and let us know, like, the dudes on Parkside, they don't be playing that, son. They do their homework. So they understood, like, who we were. They knew we lived on the Heights, but they knew where we were from. So they knew, like, Roosevelt is it's like a mile long, but it's rough and tough. Like to live in Roosevelt, it's such a small town, so everybody know each other. It's always like grit there. You know what I mean? We're like, yeah. They say, oh, okay, cool. This idea, just keep your head up, be careful out here. And we just kept walking, and we never had a problem walking on Parkside after that. People see us, they're like, yo, what up, twins? That's it. What up, twins? There was no fighting, no squabbling, no going back and forth, no none of that. It's just keeping a buck. So, but we were conditioned to not be afraid and to just do what you got to do. But those people on the Heights, they were. I was laughing because they were nervous. Nervous. I remember I helped my cousin. He was like, "Yo," and this is good. It's not. I'm not trying to come down on my cousin. It's just like I respect him for this because what he was doing was he was going to football practice, and when he was going to football practice, it was a lot. It was basically on Parkside, the way he had to go practice at, and he had beef with people over there. So I remember he's like, "Yo, I need somebody to come with me to football practice. They're gonna jump me." So I was like, "I got it. Let's go." Legend wasn't there. His brothers wasn't there. Like a lot, nobody was around, which is him. He had to go, and I said, "Let's go." So we jumped on a bike and we went. So we got up there, And I saw was just mad at him, mad of his enemies there. And I was like, yo, don't worry about it, son. I said, go play the best game you could play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, they practice and they play a little game too. I said, go do what you got to do. I said, that's your future. Be better at you. Don't worry about them. He went out there, he was whooping ass. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing. But I'm standing on the sideline. And I'm literally, the whole time he was there, I'm like this, arms folded. I got the mean mug on, and I'm looking around. I'm watching everybody. And I remember a couple dudes came up with and tried to talk to me. And they tried to say something to me. And I was so frozen and on protecting him that I just ignored them. Like I was like the soldiers you see out over in London, like when people like throw stuff at them and be waving like that, trying to get their attention. I'm just like this, focused. I'm looking at them, it's like I'm just watching. I'm making sure my cousin doesn't get touched. He finishes, he comes over, we get on the bikes, we out. Get back to the crib, to his crib. He's like, yo, thank you so much. I'm just brings me inside. He fixed me an ice cream sandwich, and not like an ice cream sandwich from the store. It was two waffles toasted and big glob of ice cream in the middle. So we outside now, me and him, we munching on it. The legend pull out, everybody pulling out like, yo, what's good? And he's like, yo, like she just held me down. We went to do football practice. Yeah, they ain't want to fight, so they ain't want to fight. They saw him there, they ain't want to do nothing. They were crazy. So Legend's like, yo, and his pops came, and they was like, yo, thank you for taking my son. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. That was cool time, man. That was cool times. But I'm just afraid for my children because I don't think they're gonna have that type of grit though. I think they're just too relaxed in the world, and they're worrying about and just enjoying themselves and have fun. They might be too young for me to understand right now, but I just see it though. You know what I mean? Like I just see it. Because when I was their age, I was doing mad stuff already. I had so many cuts and bruises. I fell on the ground. I fell off my bikes. I cracked my head. I got knots still in the back of my head from when I hit my head when I was like little. You know what I mean? I got scars on my back, like from like fight wounds and stuff like that. You know, like I cracked. I had the top of my I forget either left or right. I can't remember. I cracked like the bone up here, split my entire lip and my entire gums. The whole gum was split open. They had to do like a procedure on me called where they put cats in. It's like some type of like stitches and stuff they do for inside the mouth. I was running and then I tripped and fell in Brooklyn. And when I tripped and fell, I fell on stairs. Boom, my face. And then Legend and one of my friends, they tripped right after them and they all fell on top of me. So my gums dug straight into the concrete. Like my mom's picked me up. Only thing I remember, I blacked out. Only thing I remember is my mom's rushing me home. She was screaming, oh my God. Get to the house. She's trying to stop the blood. We're in the bathroom. And then from there, I blacked out again. And then I remember waking up in the hospital and I had like all the stuff on my face. All these tubes and shit like that, and then next year I hear them talking like, "Oh, we're going to do the procedure," and then they put the anesthesia on me. I knock out, and then I think it's called anesthesia, right? Whatever. I knock out, and then I wake up again. My whole jaw is like this, coming off my face like a movie. Like I've been through mad stuff. Like my body has taken, like I'm like a warrior. You know what I'm saying? My face healed. You know what I mean? Like even right now, I got like a torn muscle in my shoulder in the labrum. I tore it at work. I was working so hard because I never want people to be better than me. I was working so hard, I ripped the fucking muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm like a warrior, son. Like, when I think about it, I'm like, yo. And I'm not saying like I'm like ultimate warrior, like I can't be touched, I can't be beat. I'm saying like mentally though, I'm so fucking headstrong. I'm headstrong, very headstrong. And it's because of what I've been through. And I don't know if my kids they're gonna get that grit. Maybe, hopefully. I want them to be strong and don't fear nobody. Yeah.